Welcome back to Tabletop Nerdcast, and I am Mike. I will be your GM and your host this evening for Age of Rebellion's Galactic Youth campaign. And last time on Galactic Youth...
Pretty colors!
Jack, no! You'd be dead.
The scene opens, and you're now back in the cell. Aaron, you've been brought back to the cell. And the door has just slid behind you. You notice this time that Jack showed a little bit more restraint. He didn't jump on the first person that he saw walk into the cell.
Good boy.
Welcome back.
Hey, Ron. What happened?
What did I do to you?
Oh, the man with the leather eyes
He
wanted to interview me again. I don't know what it is he's trying to get to, but the last time he showed me, they were attacking my mother at our home. He didn't show me
What do
anything
you
this
mean?
time.
Showed you?
On the holovids.
Why is he
They
messing
very
with you so
obviously know who I... Well, my father was employed, and my mother. They were employed by the Empire. Our family are researchers.
much? You work for the Empire?
My mother and father did. I did not work for them, but I had hopes to. I understand your hesitation, but to move from Ryloth, a war-torn planet, before the Empire ever touched it, to come here and be considered, relatively wealthy, to have a home and safety, it's easy.
Not my place to judge anybody. I don't have a problem with Empire.
Clearly, my father and I's presence at the cafe that night has brought some suspicion.
You're not supposed to eat? Come on, we all got to eat.
Anybody who, and it's understandable, anybody who was in proximity to the statue is being questioned, is being imprisoned right now. Hopefully, for me, this is a blow over. He doesn't really ask many questions. He just kind of smiles and hands me objects, and it doesn't really...
Hands you objects.
Objects?
What kind of objects?
What are you talking about, like nursery school? Were you playing the sand? What?
Well, he did give me this, and I pull it. Do I have pockets?
Yeah, of course. You're still wearing clothes.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if I was in my clothes or if I had a prison jumpsuit.
You're in prison, you're a kid, and you're butt naked. This is bad.
Well, no, but if you're in a hospital, your butt would be showing, I mean...
I didn't know if I was in like a prison jumpsuit with no pockets, you know what I mean?
Orange.
I didn't know what the situation was.
And if for those of you that like Deadpool, you have a prison wallet.
Did you put it in your prison wallet?
I did not.
Is it all brown now?
Edit.
I pull it out of my pocket and I show him this like crystal. So he handed me this and said that I could keep it, and sent me. He said he would tell the guards not to take it from me. So
What is it?
we have this. It's some kind of synthetic crystal. I don't really know what it does or if it does anything.
Mind if I look at it?
Please, if you could give me wisdom. Even you, Moringa, perhaps could know something.
You'd be surprised.
I'll let you make a knowledge check if you guys would like. It is going to be a daunting check.
4 purples.
Nah, it's no problem.
And
I
Jack,
got these 2 upgrades over here that I haven't used yet.
And
They're not upgrades, but...
while you roll that, I'm gonna talk to Jack for a second to.
It's Aaron, right?
Yes.
You got yanked out of here too quick.
If it's easier, you can call me Day. But
Believe it or not, I succeeded.
wow.
I succeeded without the...
Do you have to skip more pages now?
No. How much threat do you have?
How much threat?
Or advantage?
I got no threat, just 1 success.
Okay. So we'll come back to that one.
Yeah. So I just tell Jack,
This is why I write notes.
you are a wily individual, but if you attack them often enough, they will search you. I don't want them to search you. I think I will get out of here very easily, and I don't think any of you deserve to be in here. We are all children.
Well, you get out.
Well,
Why
nobody's
are you
saying
getting out?
nobody's saying that I have to have the stuff on me. I just gotta. I gotta find a place to stash it in here. I mean,
There's nowhere in here to stash.
there's always a place to stash.
Well, we discussed that a
Jack.
minute ago, and then we went.
I cannot protect you again. I'm hopeful that I'm gaining the trust of this Tremaine individual.
I didn't ask you to protect me. You simply gotta let me get the stuff that I need so that we can get out of here.
Tell us what you need and let us find a new way.
We just asked.
Look, did any
That's
of y'all...
also a bad idea, but we already knew that Marengo was a little dim.
Oh my God! It's like Shining Star.
Were any of the rest of y'all able to come up with a security key card? Don't tell me you can come up with stuff, because I don't know any other way to come up with stuff other than to take it from them.
I kind of look at him
but
a
they
little
know it's
closer. Is there anything distinguishing about him to separate him from other humans?
No,
Nothing at all.
nothing that you can tell. You can do a perception check,
He's
but I'll
a
tell you right
ginger.
now,
What
it's
more
not.
do you
There's
need?
There's nothing. Okay. I don't know if there were any markings.
No.
Okay. Jack, we are all young. Give it some time
If you wish to get old.
I'm not dying here.
if you wish to get old.
I'm not dying
all.
here the way they want me to die.
None of us are dying.
None of
here.
us want that.
None of us are dying.
Yeah, and like you can control the Empire any more than I can.
It's not about controlling.
They
the
treat you like a
Empire.
second-class person anyway.
They're just here to question.
And we still have survived. All
Yeah.
three of us.
They're gonna let us out. What do they want a bunch of kids for? We're just kids.
Do you even know what's going on out there right
No,
now?
I ain't got no clue. But why would they want us? Really, why would they want us?
Right. Why would they want us? Why are we here?
Because
We're here anyway.
It's crowd control. They grab everybody, they throw them in, they scare you, and they let you out.
The Empire.
How many
Jack.
times have they let you out?
Well, I've never been in before, so I don't know.
What kind of contacts do you have?
Huh? I don't wear contacts. I got these cool black eyes.
Freaking hate it.
Have you seen my eyes? I'm wearing shades all the time, man.
Jack, the Empire only wants compliance. Once you're out, do whatever the heck you want. But while you're in here, for the sake of our safety, please. If they come down on a human, they will come down on us harder.
Especially me.
Especially him.
He's a ginger. He's not really a human.
Oh,
My wife's a ginger.
We have offended every redhead.
I love redheads.
We are a soulless crowd.
Like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
all right.
Look, I'll do what I can to tone it down. I'll do it when I'm not around you guys. But I can't stop and just wait.
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you to work with us.
Yeah, at least
Let us
know.
help you plan. Let us find the best time and place. Perhaps when they are, sitting here with us in our cells where they can just shoot into here with abandon is not the best time to try to tackle them.
Let me give you an idea. I got an idea.
What am I supposed to do? Nudge you and go, hey, I need that wire off of his belt.
No, do you see how we're in here talking now? You can tell us, hey, I need a wire from a belt, and then we can find the time to do it. We can observe.
Instead of attacking them, attack me. And then in the shuffle, in the scrum, you get...
So, right now,
Yes.
When they
what is
try
our
to
best
break
weapon?
it up.
Wait, no,
Best
what's our
weapon.
best weapon?
You have a card and I have a
All
rock.
right, my charm.
I have a throat, but it's not working.
Finally, somebody that makes sense. He can hurt people just by going. I don't know. It's just, but that's what he is.
But there's something on my neck,
My
and I
people.
can't do it at all.
Well,
Yes,
that's what
hey,
we
man.
got. We got to get stuff
I'm
to
a
get that
check.
off of him.
Does your key card scan his binder?
I haven't tried it yet.
I was gone for an hour and you did not try it?
Well,
Now who is not thinking very
we also
quickly?
didn't talk for a little while because I did want to make sure nobody was standing outside a door. We didn't hear him sneak up the last time.
Take the key card out and let's try it on the collar.
But if we disable the key... If... Sound like you.
We can put
If we
it
disable the key
back
card.
on him. If we know that we can get it off, We can put it back on.
Do we know we can reactivate it?
If the keycard turns it off, it will turn it back on.
Maybe.
The Empire is built on redundancy.
Better idea. How about we wait until late tonight? We don't have lights on. We don't have everything else going on.
The
right
guard
now.
increases at night.
The guard may increase, but right now, somebody can see right through this cell door to that center spire where they're walking back and forth.
This is fair.
Why don't we try it tonight?
That is a good idea.
Because what
See-
happens if it goes off?
You see, this is what happens when we have conversations instead of leaping at guards.
It was fun.
It was very fun.
I
It
have
was
to make
fun
stuff
being-
happen.
I love watching you hit old Pie Face in the face, you know.
Now, in fairness to you, if you had not done that, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
Very true.
I know that I would not be including Moringa. Anyway,
What's your beef with this guy?
he got me in trouble.
Yeah.
How'd you get him in trouble?
I'm on these
We
right.
were clasped together, and he began leaping around.
I
in
don't
the
know what
middle of the
happened. I
line.
got scared. That guy with the funny eyes, he scared me.
What is Tony Fontini here?
I
with
know,
us?
I can't help it.
Maybe your
driving
voice
me
modulator's
nuts.
messed up.
It's driving me nuts. Let's go back to doing Russian.
Establish your accent.
I can't. That's the problem.
Did you do you
Man,
know anything
Emma.
about the crystal?
No, yeah, I do. I know something, but come on.
I'm going to tell you what it is right now in that guy's voice.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why I lost my mind.
It's okay, Moringa.
Mom.
We will move past it.
I think it was. I don't know. I normally am pretty cool. I'm a cool cat. I do apologize for losing my mind.
Stressful.
It was.
We're all
I-
under
I'll try and work more together with you guys, but just I can't help it. Sometimes I see him and I just it's like red in a bull. I gotta jump at him. I just gotta do something. I can't sit still. I got this thing they call ADHD. I don't know what it is.
Do a whole lot of push-ups.
Why would I
That
want
is
to get
the
buff?
stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Just expand the
It'll
energy.
just make him stronger when he jumps up and attacks people.
Yeah, but he won't. If he's sore, he won't be able to do this again.
Like Moringa, your eyes got like the size of silver dollars when you were looking at this thing. What is this thing?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you to tell me. it's a milky white crystal, and
You've seen one time before.
and
And you saw it on display. It was a digital, like holocron, not holocron, but a digital holo
Hologram.
projector display that was covering the ancient times, back when the Jedi were running around the galaxy. Back when they were considered the protectors before they went after the Emperor. And this crystal, you've seen one that looked exactly like it, and you were struggling to kind of figure out really what the name of it was, and it just pops into your head. It's scrolling backwards. You've seen one, but it wasn't cracked.
well, he's
And it
got
was-
That's why it's cracked.
It was a true kyber crystal. But you've heard stories about these crystals, about what they were used for, and to you it's all myth. I mean, really, you've never had any type of interaction with them other than what this holovid was saying. And it said that when they're broken, that these crystals, they have strange effects. You don't know, that you weren't told on these videos what they were, but they have strange side effects whenever a crystal is harvested and broken, and until it gets shaped right, it continues to have effects. For those of you that are like Star Wars, he is holding in his hand an unstable kyber crystal.
I saw a video. Like I saw a video about these things, and it was they're kyber crystals, you know, like the Jedi used to use. And apparently, when they get broken, they do unusual things, and that's all I really remember.
Why did they give it to you?
Yeah,
I don't know.
you like a little guard's pet now or something, huh? What'd you tell him that he
Let
gives
us,
you this?
let us hope so.
No, in truth, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
And I just kind of ponder the crystal for a while before putting it back in my pocket.
And Jack kind of is looking across at you guys going, kyber crystals? But, I mean, you worked at a museum. I mean, what? Who are you guys? What? Why do they stick me in here with y'all?
I'm Moringa. I'm surprised I knew that. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes stuff pops in your head.
I didn't pay attention in school.
Neither did I.
Apparently you did.
Well,
Nerd.
actually,
Nerd.
I am pretty good at certain things. That's not book stuff. It's not usually it. But yeah.
So at some point, some time's passing, you guys are having these conversations. You're talking about the crystal, you're talking about, you know, who you are, where, you know, things about from your past, and all of a sudden you hear Jack kind of clear his throat and go and look towards the door. And as you guys look towards the door, there's a security officer standing outside of it.
Hey, it's tea time again.
You're not sure how long he's been there, how much of this idle chit-chat conversation he may have overheard. But the door slides open, you just, with the typical shh, you hear it. You know, he points over at the Illithorian.
It's your turn. Perhaps you will get something too.
How can I
And you
help
hear
you?
this guard go, "You're lucky number one. It's time for your final in processing." He reaches out, slaps some binder cuffs on your hands.
You getting out of here, man?
Just might be.
Moringa and Aaron, you cut a glance over towards Jack, and you just see him. You could just almost see him rocking in place. And he's looking back at both of you guys.
Do I notice anything on the guard that I might want him to grab?
You can do a perception check
Yeah,
if
let's
you'd
do
like.
it. Sure. Hard, easy.
Let's do an average.
Boom. I'm gonna spend a point.
All right. And this is just a singular guard.
Success with 2 threat.
Yeah, I'm rolling as well. Correct. Or no?
Yeah. You can.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
I mean, thematically, it doesn't make sense that you take his belt. I don't think that's really going to play out well.
One success, one advantage.
And you had 1 success, 2 threats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you do see that there are a couple of pouches that are on his utility belt. It's not like a full trooper's utility belt, but on the back of it you do see that there's a couple of pouches. And what you could figure would probably be something like a little pocket light or a torch or something like that. You know, maybe some additional sets of binders or some things that he could use to help subdue, as well as you see that on his hip he does have a stun baton.
I kind of want the binders. Swing at me. Swing at me, Jack.
Are there any tools? I can't see any kind of tools.
Not that you can see. You can just see that there's pouches, like one's an elongated, so you can only assume that maybe it's a light of some sort. One is rounded off where you would see like binders that would fold over on each other. What you would think from like a standard prison or cop kind of belt.
Are these bunk beds?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm sitting on the top bunk.
All right.
And I'm going to fall off the top bunk. Oh, shoot! And I'm going to fall off the top bunk into Thuy, and using as much of my strength as I fall off and looking like I just fell off the bunk, falling into, you know, Thuy. Basically what Jack did, except looking like it's an accident, you know.
So I would like for a deception roll against a average. And I'm going to upgrade this one time. Oh, I have to give you back a white point. I'm used to being on the other side of this
I'll
table.
upgrade it then.
He's gonna upgrade it too.
Upgraded it too. Oh, well, I'm supposed to say that before.
I'll let it slide this time.
Hey, if the GM doesn't ask, it's a free pass.
2 success.
Any threats? Anything else?
Nope, it's a wash.
Okay.
2 triumphs, but other than that.
Yeah, right. I'm looking at that going, no bull. Anyway, so you fall off. Tell us what it looks like as you're kind of falling off of this bunk and how you're doing this.
And I say, and where's our tea? Whoa, no tea! And I'd basically be pushing off the bunk with my hand as I'm falling to projectile myself. So if I take some damage from it, into Thuy, which I'm assuming is going to bump into the guard at the same time, and potentially knock, both of them over.
Very good, you clumsy fool!
All right, so Thuy, I would like for you to make me an average agility check, or I believe that would be an athletics check. Coordination. Let's go coordination. We'll try that one.
Coordination, so that would technically be,
That would be your agility.
yeah, agility 1. So
And then average is 2 purple.
haha,
And then 1 green die.
it's 1 single green.
It's really building up for
bad.
success there.
Oh, bad.
Just
That's all I heard was, oh, bad.
his green die was blank.
Yeah, there's nothing saving that.
He's dead.
So you do fall forward, and you fall completely into this guy. Now, he kind of gets pushed off balance and gets pushed up to the wall of the cell, right there at the cell door. But as he does so, he kind of pushes your head and pushes you back towards the wall. You are going to take 1 strain. Okay? But as he does that, the guard is standing there looking directly back at you going, clumsy oaf.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Why is it every time I come into this cell, or somebody comes into the cell, something stupid happens?
Is he the same one?
We're teenagers.
The last guard said 1 more time and he was going to get a beating.
A beating, you say?
Yeah, he's planning on beating him.
Now who's beating who?
It depends on who gets to beating.
Why am I even listening to you guys? I gotta get you down to the lieutenant. And he turns and grabs you and starts to turn and push you out of the cell onto the catwalk.
Hey, man, where's my tea, man? I'm still waiting for my tea, man.
Oh, you'll get fed. Hits the button in the door. You hear the door latching. Close behind
Room
you.
service sucks.
You're all going to get yourselves killed.
Yeah, we all get to die sometime.
Not me, not today.
Me no die. Me
He
no die
escorts
today.
you down this catwalk in true Imperial fashion. As you get to the end, it's all, Durasteel, and as you get to the end, you hit this hallway that's got this real clean, just sharp black, almost marble look that's reflecting the lights. It's very cold, very dark. Other than just the lights that you see, there's nothing homey about this at all. Now, as that takes place, you're walking towards the south end of this structure. So it's not the side that you were originally brought in and processed on and brought back up to this level. You go to the opposite side and down this long hallway. You're brought in front of a pair of turbo lifts, and there's a small hallway with a single soldier, and it's not a security guard. It's not a guard, it's not a prison guard, it's an actual soldier. What looks like he's wearing an army uniform. And he's standing next to a single door, and the door slides open, and the guard escorts you in. You see a younger man with really dark hair, very clean cut, nice sharp uniform, and it's a military uniform. The guard forcibly pushes you into a seat right next to his desk and takes your binders off, but the seat has binders that are built into the wrist, or into the the armrests, and he locks you down into those. Guard turns and leaves. And this gentleman looks up. Again, young man. He goes, my first prisoner to process for the day. Let me introduce myself. I'm Lieutenant Harsgray. I oversee this cell block. Not that it matters, but it's cell block C-265. You might as well get used to it, because it's going to be home for the next however long it takes.
Why am I here in the first place?
Well, you're my guest.
Oh, God.
So that you can know for future reference. Your prisoner I-1314.
Lucky numbers.
I do hope you decide to do what's right in the long run and make your stay more comfortable. By all means, if there's something I can do to make your stay more comfortable. The grin is just getting larger on his face as you can hear the sarcasm just light up his voice. Then just feel free to let me know.
Could use some water.
We'll get right on that.
Oh.
I believe you have a refresher in your accommodations. Maybe you could get water from that. Ithorian. Now, where were we? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being rude. You see, my command, the Coruscant Security Forces, the senior command seems to have a few openings in light of what's taking place nowadays and these recent happenings across the planet. I do hope that you're going to help a lowly civil servant like myself escalate to a better situation, because all that could do is help escalate your situation.
Well, the amount of people that you guys have dying every day, you might get up there pretty dang quick.
See, I wasn't done talking. You're now kind of becoming a little more rude. I'm trying to have a polite conversation with you. But, you know, who knows? Maybe you are part of the Rebel Alliance here on Coruscant. Maybe you will be one of these that just comes up missing.
Oh. Hmm. What do you mean, missing?
Well, things happen when you're in a prison or in detention. A riot could happen. You could fall off a catwalk. Who knows? I do hope that that's not the case.
Well,
It's too much paperwork for me.
we don't want that. Not at all.
No. We don't want that at all. You see, the only way for you to help yourself is to help me. Let's just agree it's in your best interest to help me get rid of this rank and, let's say, become a captain.
How can we do that?
Oh, it's funny that you ask. I'm so glad that you asked. You know, you just have to share with me about why you're here. Why are you accused of being a rebel sympathizer?
It's a good-looking question. I was just simply with my mom downtown.
Downtown during a riot toppling statues of our emperor?
We were just getting plans for our own home. We just happened to be when the rebels, whoever.
Plants. You're in the middle of what everyone wanted to call a celebration. A giant party. Fireworks are going off, and you're looking for plants. There's plenty of other places on this planet where you can find plants. Granted, not where you can touch them in their natural environment, but where you can find them. So, it doesn't make sense to me why you would choose that very moment to be there.
Well, just guess it's happenstance, isn't it?
Happenstance. I don't believe in happenstance. I didn't get to where I am today by being a fool and just believing what anybody would say.
Was that you coughing or him coughing? Got the black lung.
Now, perhaps you're telling me the truth, but perhaps you're not. You have to give me something to go on. You see, all day, every day, I hear, I'm innocent. I didn't do this. I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you know how many people are in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Too many?
Well, according to this place, every single visitor.
So it's not new. Not new at all. Well,
Now, do you see why I don't just buy into your story?
I understand, but there's not much I can tell you. But maybe if you can help me with this little thingy on my neck. Nor do I don't want to make any fuss. I'm just tired of it shocking
you
me.
want me to remove what controls this bellow that you have?
It's not a strong bellow. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just
Oh,
a
you're
myth.
saying we're weak for your kind?
Wouldn't say that. But I'm not a
Then-
fighter.
Again, another statement I hear all the time. I'm a farmer. I deal with medications. I'm a doctor. I just am a social worker. I hear this all the time.
Well,
Why should I believe you?
you don't have to believe me at all. But I don't want anything to do with the Rebel Alliance, nor do I want anything to do with the Empire. I just want to leave and be by myself with my plans, with my mother.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get very far with this conversation today. I do want to welcome you to this cell block. And we'll be seeing much more of each other. Maybe tomorrow you'll be in a much more agreeable position. I'll give you a little bit of time to mull over my offer. Because we do have more persuasive ways of making you, helping you to talk.
Sounds like a good time.
Indeed. And with that, he pushes down on his intercom and says, "Guard, take him back to his cell." Guard comes in, latches you back into your binders, and starts to escort you out the door. Oh, by the way, I'll see you tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, and that. And that will become your life.
Promises, promises.
Oh, a challenge. This should be fun. And the guard escorts you back out. Meanwhile, back over at the cell, a few minutes later, you hear, some footsteps coming down the catwalk, and the door slides back open.
Oh, company. Is that my tea? Do I get my tea?
Guard looks back over at you and he goes, I think I might have some tea for you.
That's a good man.
He takes the binders off of Thuy and slaps them on your hand.
Whoa! This is not the kind of tea I was looking for.
And he grabs you by the nape of your neck and pushes you back out onto the catwalk.
Hey, man, I got nice tendrils here you can grab onto.
The guard's back is
What
temporarily
dreads?
to you guys.
Hmm?
What would you like to do?
I just lay in my bed.
Slugman.
I'm gonna sit in my bed as well because I just was scared, crazily enough, to just need to lie down for a second.
Jack starts talking smack as much as he can to the guard, just calling him all kinds of Imperial names and,
Is he talking about your mother?
oh, you're a funny guy.
I'm not the one
I
saying
roll
this
over.
man.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, Mister. I'm gonna run and flee in terror downstairs as I'm in processing when you meet the lieutenant, and the door slides right behind you.
Oh, do I get to meet the lieutenant again? Come on.
Again, moments after the panel closes, he's walking you down the same catwalk, same direction you saw Thuy head off in, and ultimately come back in. And you see the same kind of scene. You pass by a couple of turbo lifts, and then there's a uniformed soldier there, an army soldier that's there. The door opens, and inside you see a young man, or a young gentleman with dark hair. And he steps up and says, "Welcome, welcome.
They said there'd
Glad
be
to
tea.
see you here. Officer, please, escort our guest over to his accommodations."
I could sit. No
The
problem.
officer brings you over and forcibly pushes you down into the seat.
Go, man.
Same thing, claps your hands down into the arm restraints.
Good. Is this your normal accommodations?
Well, I'm Lieutenant Horace Gray.
Pleased
I
to make
oversee
your
the cell block.
acquaintance.
Just so that you know for the future,
I see the cell block.
it's C-265. This will be your home. And it'll be home for a while.
Can you tell me why?
Please
am
feel free to make yourself comfortable.
Man, can you tell me why am I here?
Well, you're my guest.
If I'm a
And
guest,
Before we
should
go
I
any
get better
further,
room service? I've
before
been
we go
trying-
any further,
I'm sorry.
you need to know, prisoner N2641. That's how we're going to refer to you from now on.
That's not very catchy.
It is in my world.
I see. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can turn that into a song.
So, maybe you'll do what's right. Your friends seem to not want to do what was right. Maybe we can make your stay more comfortable.
I'm
Maybe we
always-
can talk about this tea that you're asking about.
Absolutely. Now we're talking. Oh, man.
All you have to do is help me.
What is it? What you want me to do?
Well, it says here in the report, as he's scrolling through his data pad, you tried to escape earlier. Why is that?
I tried not to get shot
Really? Why? How?
because I saw everybody else getting shot.
No, when we brought you into this facility, you tried to escape. A second time.
I don't know what happened. That guy with no eyes. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened. I don't have an answer.
Kind of
It was just got scared. And you had me strapped to this toilet who was annoying me. And just everything, my friend dead.
Well, I understand as a child. You may
Yeah.
find this a bit overwhelming, but these days you can't be too careful about how you work with citizens, especially those that are not human.
It seems pretty inhuman what y'all were doing out there.
Well, it's just been my experience that your kind tends to want to work with the Rebel Alliance. And you continue to spread lies and propaganda about my beloved
We
empire.
write songs, we sing, we have fun, we relax. We just want to live and let live.
Well,
We don't want anything. I don't want no trouble. I didn't want no alliance.
no trouble. Then why were you at Monument Park, young man?
There's a party. No, I heard there was
A
gonna
party
be a party.
celebrating what?
It doesn't matter to me. It's a party. It could have been International Salt the Slug Day. I'll be there.
Salt.
Man, it was a party. I was there, brought my friend to have a good time. I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to turn into what it turned into. I wouldn't have been there.
Well, what did you think it was going to turn into when the Rebel Alliance is spreading these lies about our Emperor being dead? Oh, why didn't you leave when you saw the statue come down?
Well, we started to. Things started getting a little hunky. My
Well,
friend wanted to leave, and
According to my report, it shows that you hid amongst the rubble and tried to play it off that you were just passing through.
yeah, You hear that key word there? The rubble. I hid amongst the rubble. There wasn't rubble before your guys came in.
Well, there was rubble the moment you toppled a statue.
Well, I didn't topple anything. We were
Listen,
having some tea.
My report doesn't tell me where you were at, just saying that you were hiding amongst rubble and that you tried to play it off like you weren't there.
No, I was there. I wasn't.
Oh, so now our stories are changing.
No, of course I was there. I mean, I can't say I wasn't there. I was there. It was just... It was crazy. It was a party. I went to go to a party.
I
That's all
find
can
that hard
tell
to
you.
believe for two reasons.
Please, enlighten me.
You ran.
Yeah,
You ran a second time when you came here.
that is true.
Innocent men don't run.
Oh, any smart man runs when the blaster fire starts going off.
Why didn't you just lay down on the ground and present yourself not to be a threat at all?
Because they were shooting everything in sight. They didn't care. You got the video. You can see. Show me the video.
Only
Show me the
people-
video, man.
I
Show me the
don't.
video.
No, I've seen the video hundreds of times.
Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, I see it in my head every time I close my eyes.
He flips the video screen around, and what you see is those few armed citizens scenes firing at the stormtroopers, with a statue tumbled in the background.
I see you've already been. Yeah, that's one perspective.
That
Show me
is
the whole thing.
the perspective, as he turns this back around. Now, are you going to be truthful with me about why you were there, or are we going to have to continue to have these conversations daily?
If you want the truth, I'm giving you the truth. If you don't want the truth, if you just want me to tell you, you just tell me what you want me to tell you. I got no problem.
Oh, we'll get the truth.
Do you want? You don't. You're
not
can't
offering-
handle the truth.
You're not offering me the truth. The truth is that you sympathize with the rebels.
I sympathize with having a good time. That's what I sympathize with. Okay. Now, if you want to show me a good time here in the cell, man, maybe I get to like this place. But I don't think you're going to do that.
For
I'm
a good
sure.
time, call Lieutenant Harrison.
That's not what I was going to say, but we were going to have to edit what I was going to have to say.
I mean, I'll try to make the best time I can here, but truthfully, I don't want to be here. You tell me what I got to do to get out. Man, I listen to you. I'm not, But if you want the truth,
Give
I'm
up
telling
your
you the
superiors.
truth. My superiors. My superiors. Well, right now, you would be my superior in this place. So what do I have to do to give you up?
He chuckles at that, taps onto his intercom. God, take him back.
You didn't tell me what I need to do.
You'll find out more. Anyway,
Do I get my tea now?
welcome. Enjoy your stay, and I will see you tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, and again, and again.
You must like me a lot. I have that effect on people.
Oh, I am going to enjoy this thoroughly.
Well, I'm glad I can bring a little joy
Guard
in your
comes
life.
and slaps the binders on you and takes you back down towards your cell.
I'll expect my tea tomorrow before our meeting.
A few moments later, the cell door slides open. You guys see Moringa after probably about 10 or 15 minutes. He's brought back in. It's not a long meeting. And he's brought back in. Guard looks over at Jack. You're a little punk. You gonna give me problems, Jack? Jack just doesn't say a word. Looks at you guys. Holds his hands out.
I nod at him.
And you could just see the look on his face. It's just seething like... And with that, he is pulled from the cell and taken down. I'd like everyone to make me an average perception check.
Ooh.
got 1 success.
Good for you. 2 threat.
1 success.
All right. So you're still fuming over what's happened. So we're going to go ahead and take yours in as strength. Okay.
He needs strength.
I'm sorry.
We're breaking stuff.
Yay!
Anyway.
Fell from the ceiling.
And what did you get?
1 success.
And you got 1 success.
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you see as Jack goes to raise his hands and the binder cuffs get put onto him, and the guard grabs him and starts pulling him forward. He kind of jerks his hands down just a little bit and looks at the guard and says, I could do this myself. I already saw you take him over that way. And he pushes his hands down as far to the ground as he can, and you see the card come sliding out of his sleeve down the side of his leg and hits the ground and kind of slides off towards one of the bunks. And then he pushes past the guard like he's going out the door.
Sly child.
And that is where we're going to end the episode.
Woo.
So for